Been so long since I've done an ASMR stream. Hello. I need to go to sleep. I actually need to be up kind of early tomorrow, but I kind of just had an urge to do one of these, and I kind of just wanted to talk about the things that have been happening in my life lately. Well, unfortunately, as tends to do, my sleep schedule has kind of slipped. Actually pretty bad. Ideally I need to be like going to sleep like at least around midnight, since I work a 9 to 5 job, so like I need to be able to get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and then like be able to go to work and not feel tired. Lately that has not been happening. Hi Magla. But I just need to I don't know, let my alarm wake me up, forcibly wake up, which I'm really bad at for some reason. I'm really bad at like getting up when my alarm goes off, but tomorrow at the very least I need to do that because I have a meeting in the morning and it would reflect poorly on me if I missed it. So hopefully I can start doing that, and then I can get my sleep schedule back to like normal. I have a friend that I don't understand how they do it. Like I have friends that's on like a weekend, they'll stay up till 3 a.m. and then when the week comes by, they just go back to their normal jobs. Like maybe I'm just like bad at getting up in the morning, I suppose. I used to be a lot better about waking up when my alarm went off, when I was in school. I don't know. So I got a new job, as you guys probably know. I got a new job, like it's been 3 weeks now. It's actually been going pretty well. Hi Shorty, hi Mew. Oh, and the background music, by the way, is my music. My music. I commissioned it. My felt music. How have you been, Shorty? We have not spoken in a while. I guess I could say the same thing to Mew because I haven't been streaming a lot. Thank you for the alert, gal. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the new job so far has been pretty cool. No complaints, but like I said before, I'm kind of only doing easy stuff right now. So it's really hard to judge how like chaotic it'll be. I need to I don't know, I need to ask myself if I'm enjoying it like 6 months in. By then I should be like pretty like in the trenches. I'm okay. I'm actually, well, for the most part I've been okay. There's another guy who joined like 3 months before us who's my same level, and he seems like really busy. Like I don't know how much he's using AI, but like he's probably at least now he's like probably at least double or triple my work output. So that's pretty, hopefully I get there. Right now I'm still learning about like a bunch of stuff, but I think I can definitely get to like somewhere like that. I also just don't know like where the bar is. Let's see. My only complaint is there's this girl that was hired like in the same batch of people as me, and she's been like doing all her work through AI, and like that's not necessarily inherently a bad thing, but I don't think she's taking the time to try and understand what she's actually doing. And the reason why I say that is because, so after, I'm a software engineer, right? So after you submit new code, basically you have to test your changes, right? Before we like roll it out to the public. I've had jobs like that where my output was expected to increase and I was guided into that nicely over time. You may have been hired to gradually help take the burden off that other guy. Yeah, maybe. Hello, food emails. Hello. What was I saying earlier? Okay, so she gets a lot done, right? Because she's using AI, she gets a lot done. Like she does a lot of like raw work. But so far, she's caused, that I can count, 3 separate issues like in the live environment. And that's considering that she only joined 2 or 3 weeks ago like me. 3 issues already is pretty bad, I think. So I'm gonna bring it up to my manager tomorrow morning during our one-on-one, and I guess we'll see. I'm not gonna try to throw her under the bus, but I'm gonna like frame it under like the guise of like the team needs to do better at testing. But like so like Friday, right? Friday there was an issue that came up and it was like related to what she had done, right? And so I messaged her about it. I was like, hey, there's a problem with your code, right? And then so the next week rolls around, and you have to approve whenever like our code is about to go out to the public. You have to approve it, but like one last time, right? And so we did like the deployment, we call them, and she approved it, and the same exact thing that I pointed out to her on Friday broke again. And it's like, it seemed as if she either forgot or she ignored me. I don't know, whatever the case is, she's neglecting to do like a key part of her job. And the crazy thing is, she's like, I've looked at her her LinkedIn, and she seems to have a lot of experience. So I don't think that she's incompetent, as in she doesn't know what she's supposed to do, or she doesn't know how to do it. I think she just doesn't care to try and learn to do it. I don't know. I mean, I gave her some feedback today, right? Or not today, like a few days ago, and she replied to me with AI, like I kid you not. She replied to me almost entirely with an AI output, and it's like, what are you here to do? It's like, if all you're doing is taking your work, throwing it into AI, responding to all the feedback with AI, and then even your conversations are heavily influenced by AI, it's like, am I even talking to a person anymore? Anyone can do that, right? It is almost like she is an AI bot. She isn't adding any too much extra utility over an AI. And I don't know, I have my concerns. I don't if you were to just take it at face value, look at what she's doing, you would think she scammed her way into the job or something. But obviously not, because she passed the interviews. But admittedly, I thought the interviews were pretty easy. I think she's just like lazy. Like, I think she's just negligent. I don't know. Not long ago, my dad had to do a lot more work until they found a new member for his team, and he's gradually getting up to speed. Well, to that point, I don't think that's necessarily the case for me because, like I said, the guy is the same level as me. So, and not that I think like this company that I'm at is very like performance oriented, like very like grindy. But I do think there is like, I mean, at any kind of like tech job, for the most part, that where any kind of tech job where tech is the product, which is the case at my job, the engineers are going to be expected to like be more productive than like, let's say, an engineer at a big bank, you know, or where tech is not the main product, right? I don't think it's going to be as like bad as my last job. Hi, Pixel. But I have my concerns. But no, I think I should be fine. Like, it's actually insane. Ooh, thank you for the head pats. It's actually insane how like good AI has gotten, you know? I just got done talking about how like AI, you know, how my teammate is using AI, I think too much. Or not too much, but like he doesn't seem to actually be like learning anything from it. Like I'll like ask AI to do something for me and then I'll try to study it. But it can like, I can give it something, and if I give it like a good prompt, which is like really all the work, then it can like write the code like it's like at least 90% there, sometimes 95% there. Like I still do my due diligence and like I review it myself after it gets generated. But it's like insanely good. Like I think I was a bit too shy to use it when like it's first started getting popular, but it is insanely good. It's actually scary how good it is at like figuring stuff out. Yeah, so I think I just need to get better at that, and I have no like, how should I put this? I have the utmost confidence that once I learn our product better, I will be like pretty productive, at least like using AI. And I can totally understand, you know, having used it a few times now, like kind of like expecting people to use it, at least like software engineers, because it's that good. Like it saves you having to write a lot of boilerplate code. Like not to say that if I was in charge I would ever like mandate my employees to use AI, but I can see where they're coming from. So I don't know, I just hope I can get like I can implement it more in my workflows. I had a workmate like her who came around eventually, and it took some talking to the supervisor. Used his name but wasn't simply bashing him multiple times before it got better. I mean, tomorrow during my meeting with my manager, I'm just gonna like give him the facts. Like there is this problem, and then there was another problem, and then there was another problem, and that problem I even told her about. Like something, like, you know, first impressions are everything. I think like if this is gonna be a problem, like it needs to be like addressed earlier rather than later, right? Because it's not like I was having this conversation with one of my coworkers, but I was basically telling him that if you can't trust that your teammates have a certain level of competency, and you can say this about anything, even like video games, you can't trust that your teammates have a certain level of competency and you have to overcompensate for that, that is affecting your productivity, right? So it's not like as simple as like, oh, that's not my problem, I just won't do anything about it. Because last week I was like on, we do like a rotation where one engineer every week has to fix bugs, basically. And like, she contributed to those bugs, which like, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like, her negligence, like, in some form decreases the productivity of everyone. Hello, Hid. I'll just call you Hid because your name is interesting. Like the only like pronounceable thing I can extract from your name. Hello, Hid. Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see. Hopefully she comes around. Sure, she comes around too. Yeah, I hope so. Like, I'm just concerned, like, cause, like I said, it's not. As of now, it's. I don't think it's because like she doesn't know how to do what she's supposed to do. Someone called you a name on their live stream? What do you mean? What? I think she's just like blatantly choosing not to do some of her responsibilities, which is like way more concerning, right? Than being ignorant and not knowing how to do them. They speak Spanish? How did they come across my stream? I mean, people can talk about me however they want. I don't... Can't, doesn't concern me too much. You think that's a bot? Oh. Can I tell you their name? No, I'm not really interested. I don't really care, honestly. Hi Zio, what are you doing? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Zio is going on a trip on Friday and he's gonna be gone for a month. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. He's gonna be gone for an entire month. What will I do? I have to find someone else to play Left 4 Dead 2 with. Maybe I'll just like take a PNG. I'll take a PNG of his model and I'll put it next to me and I'll just like pretend I'm talking to him. That'd be great. Okay, yeah, so other than this one girl that is like breaking a lot of stuff, everything else about the job is pretty okay. I try to like give the job like 6 to 7 like productive hours. You're gonna be gone 5 ever. Left 4 Dead GF. I don't know if I want a Left 4 Dead GF. Hi Keymash, hello. Like some days I work less. Really, I think my weeks are somewhere between 35 and 45 hours, which is pretty desirable, right? Like it's pretty good. Honestly, like I should probably do like 40 to 50. Like there's some days where I don't necessarily work the 8 hours you're quote unquote obligated to do. But we'll see. We'll see how my productivity goes. Now right now it's pretty okay. But like at the end of the day, I feel like you're always compared to your coworkers, so not that like it matters if you're the quote unquote like least productive of everybody, but like your coworkers set the standard for the team. Like you can be the least productive person but still need to like be like reach a baseline level of productivity, right? Um, I think I'm sort of that for the most part. What else? Oh, we don't have work. I don't have work on Friday, which is great because it's Juneteenth. I think that's only I was actually surprised to learn. I guess not too surprised. It's 7:28 a.m. where you are? Wait, what? Are you EU, Keymash? EU? Question mark? I guess it doesn't come to any surprise, right? That like only the more like progressive, shall we say, companies take Juneteenth off. Like out of all my friends, because I've asked around that are like gainfully employed, I'm the only one who works in a company that like takes off for Juneteenth. It's just like, I don't know. It's definitely because I work in tech, but like, I guess I'm sort of privileged in that sense. So that's cool. No work on Friday. Oh, my car, the biggest, like the most recent like badge moment. There is something wrong with my car. I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's gonna be easy to figure out. There is something gradually draining my car battery, and like I dropped it off yesterday at the dealership. Hopefully by tomorrow they can figure out what it is, but like I'm not too hopeful considering it's like electrical issues are like really hard to diagnose. But you know, fingers crossed. I don't want to have to buy a new car. Like I could buy a new car. Like I have the money to buy a new car if I had to, but I was really hoping to get like at least another 2 or 3 years out of that car that I have. And man, would that just be like a lot of money that I have to spend. I really don't want to have to buy a new car. So fingers crossed. Everyone pray for me that my car, they can figure out what's wrong with it. Please. Please. It's also kind of sucky because like I haven't been able to go to the gym because my car is busted. So, you know, they're supposed to give me a call back tomorrow. We'll see. Like, I'm hoping they just like, oh, it was just you left this on, we turned it off, you're good to go. But I don't think that's the case. Like, I don't know. I've been like really, I guess I've been really busy. You know, it's kind of, I think relative to like normal working people, I haven't been busy, but relative to what I'm used to, I've been really busy. You know, or maybe that's just like a commentary on like the average American like lifestyle. I don't know, but like, so this is what my day looks like, right? I wake up at like around like, hopefully I wake up around like 8:30. Just saw an article about the G7 summit and read it as 6-7 summit. Oh no, your brain is gone. You're cooked. I wake up around like 8:30 on a good day, and I start work. I work till noon. Then I take a lunch break, 1 hour lunch break. Cook my lunch. And I can usually cook my lunch and eat it with 30 minutes to spare. And as of lately, I've been just using that 30 minutes to just like watch random YouTube videos, but I'm gonna try to start using it to like, I think I should go for a walk. I think I should just immediately after I eat lunch, go for like a little, like at least like a 20-30 minute walk. Burn some extra calories, and you know, there's a lot more benefits to walking than just burning calories, so I think I'm gonna start doing that. I also want to meditate more, but I haven't felt like the need to. Like, I haven't really felt like my focus has been clouded, or my emotions have been like too intense lately, so that's a good thing. But anyways, yeah, and I usually stop work somewhere between like, well, 5 and 6, I guess. You prefer cooking fresh to cooking early and carrying the thermos? Yeah, I mean, I have the time, right? So I work from home as well, so it's also, I have the the privilege of like my kitchen being right next to me. I'm also trying to like eat more healthy ever since I started this new job, so you really can't control everything that goes in your body unless you cook yourself. I'm trying to eat a variety of vegetables. So like in the rotation, I have broccoli, baby spinach, and carrots. Not like the biggest variety of vegetables, right? But I think like that's pretty good in terms of like vegetable consumption. I know you're supposed to eat a big variety of vegetables, but like I can't, like the recipes I cook don't call for like a variety of vegetables. I usually just take whatever vegetable and like kind of eat it as a side, as kind of like a salad. I'm not looking forward to crunching on baby carrots, but that's probably what I'm gonna try tomorrow. Yeah, so I probably stop work somewhere between 5 and 6. And then usually right after work, I'll go to the gym. That usually takes me like an hour and a half. So like maybe like I'm getting back around like 7:30, right? Well, 7 or 7:30, depending on when I stop work. And then I'll take a shower, obviously. And then I have like this little like side business thing I've talked about. Basically, I have to go check the mail every day and then process my mail. On most days, it takes me something like, I don't know, 30 minutes. Sometimes like as long as an hour, depending on how like productive I'm being with it. It really just depends on how much mail I get, but I'm expecting to get like a bit less in the coming days, so that'll probably like 30 minutes. So I'm usually like completely free of all of my quote unquote like productive responsibilities around like 9 o'clock. Somewhere between 8 and 9. And so on an average day, I would say I have like 3 hours of free time. The problem with that is like, what I've just described to you is like kind of, it's not that physically taxing, but it's pretty mentally taxing. Like most days I'm too mentally exhausted to want to do anything with those 3 hours. Like if I have like a little bit of energy left, I'll stream or I'll play a video game. But a lot of my days, I just spend those last 3 hours like bed rotting, which is not good. Like I want to do like something more productive with those spare 3 hours that I have, but I don't know. I'm just like so mentally exhausted after having done everything else. Like the plus side is like I'm seeing progress in my life again, right? Like I'm making money, I'm like working out, I'm getting back into shape. And is it possible to eat dinner sooner? Yeah, it is, but like I kind of don't like. I try to eat only when I'm feeling hungry, and surprisingly, like I'm on like a 500. I'm on like more than that. It's like I'm like somewhere between like a 5 to 800 calorie deficit. Let's just like conservatively say 500, but it's probably more considering like I work out 5 days a week and I'm gonna start like going on the walks every day. But like surprisingly, like, okay, if you only eat whole foods, if you just cut out like all processed foods and all sugar, at least for me, like, it's actually like some days it's actually hard for me to eat all the food I have prescribed for myself, and that's already at like a 500 calorie deficit. Isn't that insane? Like, if you like cut all sugar and you cut all processed foods and you only eat when you're hungry, you will have a problem that you're losing too much weight, I feel. I mean, that's been my like I have to like force myself to actually eat some of my diet because like I don't want to be malnourished. Like, I'm already at like a pretty aggressive deficit. But I also think like when you have a job like mine that's really mentally taxing, like I said before, some days I'll be finished with work and I don't even want to eat. Like, I lost my appetite. I just want to like lay down and like, I don't know. And that's not a good thing either. But I've been pretty good about like, for the most part, eating all my food. Today actually, I'm actually a bit down. Like, I was supposed to eat like a cup of yogurt and some fruit. I didn't do that today. So I'm kind of like, I'm almost like, what's that? It's like 150 calories I should have eaten. And like that sounds good on paper. Like, if you're trying to lose weight, right? Like, oh yeah, you're not hungry as much as, like, you can eat even less than you planned for. But like, at some point, like, even if you're trying to lose weight, it's like detrimental, right? Like, you don't want to starve your body of like calories, or you'll be malnourished. So yeah, I mean, I've been trying to like get all my protein in. I've been slipping a little bit because like I've lost the routine of going to the gym. It's also why I'm really hoping they fix my car tomorrow. Usually like the fruit is like my pre-workout energy boost. I just wonder if getting the energy sooner would mean more energy for those final 3 hours. I don't think it's more so like mental exhaustion than lack of energy most days. Like, more like brain fog. Like, on really bad days, I will end my workday with a headache. So yeah, not necessarily like physical lack of energy, right? Like, a loss of mental energy is like a lot harder to recover from. Like, the only way to recover from that, in my experience, is to literally just like sit there and do nothing. But my body, I mean, I'm sure I'll like, I'm already like pretty acclimated, so I think I'm doing okay. Is nap too dangerous that late into the day? Oh, thank you for following JJMS6. Hello. Oh, thank you for the head pats. No, I mean, I've actually, sometimes I'll take a nap after I eat lunch, which I should probably stop doing. So, I should probably just walk it off. It's not dangerous, but it's more so like it just prolongs my day a little bit longer, because like, if I oversleep my lunch break, I have to like recompensate the time I lost, so like if I like take in effect a 2-hour lunch break because I decided to take an hour-long nap after lunch, then I have to end work at like 6 instead of 5, right? Like, I'm not gonna like, or I'm not at a job where I can just like skip an hour here, an hour there, and like it not reflect on my productivity. So we'll see. generally, like today, I took a nap right after work, which is a bad thing because now I'm like awake at like 2 a.m. That was pretty bad of me, but like I said earlier, I'm gonna try to get better at waking up to my alarm. Let's see, yeah, so what else? Any other updates? The side business is going good. Like I don't even like need extra money by any means, but like, you know, it kind of helps me justify like buying silly things. Go nap after work, staying up late always? Not necessarily, but like it definitely contributes, right? Naturally. Something I've been like thinking about is like, for me, if I wanted to make more money, it's like then like I should probably like just look for a company that pays me more, right? Like, so I was thinking to myself, like, why am I spending this time doing this side hustle when like if the objective is to make more money, I could just go get like a higher paying job. And the way I reconcile it in my head is that, one, I enjoy the side hustle somewhat, and two, like, even though like the side hustle itself probably doesn't generate me as much income as like a better job would, it is significantly less stressful than a more difficult job would be. Thank you for the follow, Roku. Yeah, so that's kind of how I justify, like, again, like this side hustle of mine, which I can't really go into the details about. Like it's giving me like a little bit of extra income. Like, you know, if you compare it to my job, like my job definitely pays more per hour than this side hustle does. But like this side hustle of mine takes almost zero thought, like relative to like my actual job, which requires a lot of mental thought. Like by that comparison, like that's actually pretty good, right? So I don't view it in the context of like hours of free time at this point. I view it in like mental capacity. Like all my mental capacity, like, or most of it, is being taken up by my day job. So anything I do besides that can't require much thought. Higher paying might mean more responsibility and overtime. I was recommended to you? Really? You come at a bad time? No. I'm just like talking about random, like I'm talking about my life. I mean, that's up to you whether you think you came at a bad time, but generally when I do these ASMR streams, quote unquote, it's just me rambling about random stuff. I'm just like, yeah, it's just what, like literally anything. Life. But yes, like working out doesn't require any thought for the most part, right? Like my side hustle doesn't really require much thought. It's really after like I said, I've done all my responsibilities and I'm left with those 3 hours of free time that like I'm like at a loss, because it's like playing video games takes more thought to me than working out, at least the ones I play. Streaming takes a bit of thought, right? Working out is so exhaustive in the moment, but right after it feels so good. I agree. I've been trying to like take longer breaks. I used to be able to get up my entire workout done like in an hour, but I felt like my workouts were like struggling because I was going too fast and I wasn't resting long enough between sets. But lately I've been like taking more of my time. So my workouts have been like an hour and a half, which is okay. It's not like, you know, it's not like I have anywhere to be or anything. 24 hours is not enough. I wish, like, obviously we can't do anything about the length of the day, right? Or when we begin to feel tired. I wish the norm for like corporate life was like 6 hours a day, or even 7 hours a day, including your lunch break. Like the norm, if the norm was 9 to 4 or 9 to 3, I think 9 to 3 might be a little bit too generous, but like that would be amazing, right? But like, or a 4-day work week as well. But I think I would generally prefer like less hours per day than like one extra day of break. So all we need is more of generosity. I was actually doing some research on this, and like, we, as humans, at least like in the corporate setting, are like, relatively speaking to the rest of like US history or history of the world, are pretty privileged. Like it was not long ago where like the norm was like a 10-hour workday or an 11-hour workday or a 12-hour workday, right? So like by that metric, like we're living like the least work-filled lives that humans ever have had relative to like the history of the world, right? Well, that's cool, but I don't know. Thank you for the follow, AR Furry. Even then, like my problem is like I said, like I'm progressing. I'm making money. I'm getting better. My physical, I'm getting better in shape. And that's just like a product of going through the motions. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Like that's really what it feels like to me. That I'm just going through the motions. And I do say like I'd rather be busy than depressed. But I don't know. It's like most of my work days like end in a flash. It's like, oh, the day's over. Because you're changing. Yeah, no, it is a good thing. It would be bad if I was stagnating, if I was like doing nothing and just like doing, yeah, if, like I said, I'd rather be busy in some productive way than be bored. And I think that's like, I do think productivity, I've said this so many times before on stream, I do think productivity in some form is key to like being happy. Like, I think stagnation is like a natural, or how should I put it? I think stagnation begets depression. You're getting back into the swing of things and feeling out where to go from here. Most people don't have that. That is true. And I'm really trying to like nail that into my head. And I'm glad you brought that up, Cal, because I've talked about this before, but like I browse Twitter all the time, unfortunately. And like I'm in an extremely like fortunate position, and I don't mean to brag when I say that. I just mean like there are so many people out there struggling to make ends meet. Like for example, like there's this a vtuber that I've watched. She recently started a GoFundMe for her friend because like he can't pay his rent. And so that was like one thing. And then another thing is like sometimes you see on Twitter, I think it's kind of engagement bait. I don't know why they do it, like what they expect. Sometimes on Twitter, you'll see VTubers like ask people to recommend artists, like VGens and stuff for like commissions. And they just get exploded. Like they get like hundreds of replies of like artists trying to like get a commission. And it's like, oh my God, like it's so competitive out there just to make like a few bucks, right? People vary greatly as well. Many were really stressed out by lockdowns, while others were just fine having fun, even if they just used to go out a lot. that's baiting. Well, I don't think it's necessarily baiting. Like, I don't think it's engagement baiting, but I feel like in some cases it might be, because it's like, I mean, what do they expect, right? If you go out there and you say like, artists come to me, there's so many artists out there that just like that want to make money. You're gonna get like you're gonna get so many responses. It's gonna be hard to look through them all. I mean, it's not like completely unproductive, but it's just like, I don't know. It feels kind of disingenuous, because like, even then, if they genuinely like look through all the replies, they might pick like 2 or 3 people out of the hundreds they get. I think it's just a lot better to search for artists yourself than just like say on Twitter, like, someone please recommend me artists. I do think some people use it as engagement bait, to be fair. A lot of things on Twitter are engagement bait. Like, particularly the things about like hi young TD. Particularly the things like you see at least like on VTuber Twitter. Cranial lobotomy, what? I honestly think the summer is a transition period. I always feel like I'm in limbo during this time of year because school is closed, people go on vacation, everyone wants to break the cycle. I mean, when, at least for me, I see where you're coming from, but I definitely would like probably feel the same if I was still in school. But like nowadays, since I have a big boy job, thank you for the follow, Ryan. I work year round like every other regular adult for the most part, and my vacations are fleeting. So like, there's no point in the year like I was in school where it felt like, that like I'm in a weird limbo like you've described. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. A lot of genuine good things end up being used for not so good things later on. Like, okay, so just to like call them out, you're eating carbonara Alfredo. Oh, nice. Sounds good. But like, I'll give you guys some examples of like engagement bait I find often, right? Usually it'll be like something as simple as, who wants to be my friend? Or comment if you're okay with me DMing you, or something stupid like that. Or it'll be like, who wants to play games with me? Or blah 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 blah. And it's just so disingenuous most of the time, because like, I don't even know if the people that make those kind of posts even like actually engage with any of the responses they get. Maybe 1 or 2, like I said, but like, I don't know. Engagement bait just like grinds my gears. You want to play games with me? We'll figure something out. We'll do a collab soon or something. What made me want to start VTubing? Well, to meet more people. Hi, Yaz. I think I've already made like, I mean, I hope they don't mind me saying this, but as of now, I have like 2 other VTubers that I consider myself close with, other than like Pixel, my mod, I guess. Ziorin and Kohari, that I met like, some time ago now. It's been a while. And like, I'm like really fortunate that I can even say that I've made like what I consider to be close connections from my VTubing. I made a lot of friends through my VTubing, but like those 2 stand out to me. Not to like pick favorites or anything, but so yeah, it was mainly just to meet new people. But also like, I've been donating all my earnings to charity, and I think out of like all the things in my life, that might be like what makes me feel the most fulfilled. Like, kind of lately I stopped caring about numbers. Like, I used to look at the stream summary every single, like at the end of every stream, and look at my like statistics like every day. But I recently just stopped caring. which I think is a good thing because now I can like genuinely stream when I feel like it, and I think I can be like more present when I stream. But yeah, that's to say, like, nowadays when I stream, it's because I want company, I want to meet new people, and as a big byproduct, like, I'm making a difference, you know, as little as it may be. Yeah, so those are pretty much my reasonings for VTubing. VTubing in particular is just because I like to be a, you know, I like the aesthetic of like the art as compared to like IRL streaming. Okay, sorry, I gotta catch up, guys. Those posts make me feel so much secondhand embarrassment for the people that actually reply to those things. Yeah, I mean, it's sad in the sense that like I said, that they're just being baited by the person. There is this one VTuber in particular that I know of that got really popular off of literally every single, like, she made over and over and over, she made these posts that basically equated to who wants to be my friend. Like, I had like she literally, I think, built all of her recent success from engagement bait. It's like, it's just so like, I don't know, it's just disingenuous in the extreme. You're the second VTuber I've seen donate their money to charities openly. I mean, I'm also like, I don't want to like virtue signal. I'm just, to be fair, I'm just in a really, really fortunate position in my life that like I don't need the money. And honestly, I don't really like accepting money given to me by other people. I think it's more so that like any money I obtain, I want to feel like I earned it. And like streaming is more like, in my mind, don't like getting donations than anything else. So I just don't like, I just don't feel comfortable accepting money from that perspective. Have I ever been camping? I have been camping once and it was terrible. To be fair, it was in the middle of winter, but it was really, really cold. And I just remember like waking up in the morning and being drenched in sweat. Thank you for the like, Furry. I just remember waking up in the morning and being drenched in sweat and eating cold scrambled eggs for breakfast. I'm pretty like I think my first attempt at camping wasn't a good like representative. I wouldn't be completely opposed to trying it again during like more desirable like weather conditions or temperature conditions, but I don't think I have any friends around me these days that would consider camping. Maybe. I mean, but I don't think there's going to be any camping trips anytime soon. No, I definitely like, I mean, I kind of knew ahead of time that I like, in general, I prefer being indoors because like I sweat a lot. And like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's not that like I'm opposed to being outside. It's just like, I feel like I get like the outdoors affects me more negatively than other people. Like, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, I just like to stay inside because like, you know, neat or whatever, or like hickimori. Like genuinely, like I have a reason for it, right? Like I like, unfortunately, I sweat like faster and more often than like the average person. And so like that's one of the main reasons I don't like being outside for too long. Sorry if that was TMI. It's every time when I think about the outdoors, all I can think about is getting bit by bugs. Like, it's definitely, I just have like a negative experience with the outdoors. I, Back in 2020 and 2021, when VTubers were starting out, most anyone want to be mutuals were genuine, but where people succeed gain, lesser people start mimicking what works to try for greedy purposes. The number of them grows as the popularity does. Very different from my first experience. Lots of gear and skills that can make camping far comfier than that. Not that I rush to create camping opportunities. I mean, I still had good company. It was just like a really bad time during the season or during the year to go. Like we literally went like in the middle of winter when it was extremely cold outside. So like I think I'd rather go during the spring, right? Like just when it feels just right. We'll see. If I would be willing to go again if I was invited, but I'm not gonna like bring it up myself because I don't really care too much about camping. You went in the summer, oh, 4 to 5 stars, but winter would be peak. Really? What I would really like to do, but which is not necessarily camping, is find a place where like there's no light pollution. Because I've never like looked at the sky with no light pollution. Like the pictures I see online look insane. Like I think I'd literally have like a visceral experience if I could look up at the night sky with 0 light pollution. And like see like a billion stars or whatever. Like the pictures you see online of no light pollution kind of look like, I don't believe it. Like it almost seems fake. You get so jealous people can see the Milky Way band. Stargazing is great. There's this mountains no cell service, but it's really nice. Okay. Small like concern of mine. I've been like recently like listening to like crime / disappearance stories of people that like go disappearing in the woods or go, like disappeared in the woods. So like, you know, not too enthusiastic about that. If I ever did go, I'd have to go with like at least 2 other people, at least. True crime has ruined your brain so bad you're paranoid from it? No. I mean, I'm fortunate to live in a pretty like relatively safe city. So I don't really worry about that, but it's more so like the idea of being somewhere super remote. I think it's good to be cautious and safe, so true crime helped a bit. I mean, you'll protect me. Yeah, I was thinking I wanted to hike in the woods. I think solo adventures are very risky. In general. Like, I would never ever go on a solo outdoors trip. It'd have to be at least 2 other people. And I'm like so helpless, guys. Like I don't know how to do anything outside of my job. Like I'd have to feel confident that they are like pretty handy. Being completely remote is so scary, especially out in the countryside, rural places. I agree. Switching to your stun baton is faster than reloading. I mean, if I did one of those trips, I'd definitely like bring something. I'd bring a gun or something. I don't know. But it'll help us outside of your job, right? And you know, there's something to be said about being like handy. So the way I view it, right, is most people. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say, like something really common. Changing the oil of your car, right? A lot of people know how to do that. For a lot of people, that's the first thing they learn how to do in terms of maintaining their car. But I think more so than anything, it's a cost-saving measure, right? Like, whenever there's something that you need to do that requires knowledge or experience, you either pay someone to do it or you learn how to do it yourself, right? Generally speaking, the people who have like less resources, shall I say, kind of have to learn how to do all these extra things out of necessity to save money. So, I do, like I said, I do think there's something to be said about being self-sufficient, but I'm very fortunate to have like a lucrative career. So like, all I really need to worry about is being good at my job, and I can just pay people to do the rest. Like, I'm very fortunate in that, like, relatively speaking to other careers, I earn more per hour. So like, I guess if I don't want it to sound pretentious, but if I had to say it in a pretentious way, like, an hour of my time can like buy an hour of services from many like different things, if that makes sense. Do you have a survival kit in your car? In my car? No, I do not. I don't really have any survival gear. In my car, I have jumper cables. I recently bought like this battery starter thing for jumping your car battery if you can't find someone else to like, someone else to do it for you from their car. What else? I have a spare tire, which is not like an actual tire, it's like the donut tire. And what did I just get messaged on Discord? What is this? Yeah, I have a spare tire. I have a lug wrench for that tire. I used to have like a 1-gallon gasoline can, but my friend borrowed it and I think it's gone now. I never got it back, so I'm probably just gonna end up buying a new one. But I think of all those things, the gas is probably the least important, because you'd like, if you run out of gas while driving, that was probably like, I mean, it was almost certainly like because it was your fault, not because like you genuinely like got really unlucky, right? Like, I've gotten close, but I have never ever run out of gas, and I think most people have never run out of gas while driving. Like, because gas stations are so common. Like, there's one like every exit. If you ran out of gas, it's either because you couldn't afford to buy gas, or you were like way too greedy with your time. Like, but like, I can probably do without an extra gas can in the back of my car. Holding the toolbox while your dad does the oil change. Well, I mean, oil changes are also pretty cheap. Like, an oil change costs like $25 at Walmart or something like that. Buy a station. I think the family-owned gas stations actually make a lot of money. I don't know how much they make, but I think like it's more than meets the eye. If your area has a history of natural disasters at all, then it's especially good to have spare gas in case of road blockages. I hope this is not doxing myself, but the area I'm in is pretty safe relative to natural disasters. Like, maybe once a year, maybe there will be like a hurricane that sweeps through. Like, I've never been in a situation where like I've had to like evacuate because of like some disaster. Maybe I underappreciate that. Oh no, it started. Okay, I'll give you guys another 20 minutes, and then I'm ending stream to go to sleep. I shouldn't even give you the 20 minutes, but I have a few people here talking to me, so I'll give you 20 more minutes. We just go on about our day with the natural disaster going on. With that being said, I want to see a tornado in real life. I would really, really love to see a tornado in real life. From a safe distance, obviously, but I think that would be so cool. Like tornadoes are something that you can't believe exist. Like tornadoes are like I would have thought they came from science fiction. You can't even look at one without getting shivers. I think they're like insanely cool. At least like, yeah, I don't know. I think part of them being dangerous is like kind of the appeal. Like I get shivers too when I look at tornadoes, but there's just like something like awe-inspiring about like the size, I guess. I don't know. Storm chaser era, that'd be sick. You know what'd be cool? The adrenaline. Not so much the adrenaline. I would love to like do like, I don't know how often VTubers do this, or like I haven't even heard of one doing this, but like what if like I got like, dude, this would be sick. What if I set up my phone such that like it'd be kind of like uncanny, but like I go on a road trip, but like my phones, I have like a phone set up for like my VTube studio, and then I have another phone for like reading chat. Like basically, I mean like taking you guys on the road trip with me, basically, but my model is still tracking me in the car. I think that's possible. I don't know how streamers run OBS. Maybe they have like a laptop or something. But like that would be really cool. I don't think I'd have the resources to do it, or like I'd use all my data in one drive or something, but that'd be so cool. You know, there's people who call themselves tornado chasers. Yeah, I've heard. I wonder how one even starts in storm chasing. I assume it's purely a hobby though, right? Like, do storm chasers even make any money other than content creation? I don't think so. Unless it's for like a study or something. Where were we? Oh yeah. So, and I said this with my last job. Maybe I took my last job for granted. I try not to dwell on my last job too much because, you know, obviously I don't have it anymore. And like the reason why I quit is because I reached a mental breaking point. Like, you know, what's done is done, and it happened. So like I can never, like, I mean, maybe I could get a job there again. Probably not, because I quit. Yeah. Anyways, like, even though I'd like on a regular day, my life doesn't necessarily feel fulfilling. Like, I really need to like be grateful for what I have. Like I live comfortably. Like I don't have to worry about money, and I can, like, for the most part, I can buy the things I want within reason. I can't like splurge. But I'm not in a situation where I have to like ask people for money or do like emergency commissions, or like start a GoFundMe, or sexualize myself. Hello, meow, meow kitty, meow. What? Oh, you kitty, I guess. Hello. You got that one for free. You're lucky. People usually have to pay me for that. Yeah, like if you just go browse Twitter, at least my Twitter, like there's a lot of things people do for money, right? And like I'm very fortunate that I don't have to do those things to make ends meet. I don't know. The grass is always greener though, right? Like I've also had this thought before that like I've been my most ambitious in life when I had nothing, like when I had something to strive for. Like my friend suggested this to me, that like I hide all my money away so I can like feel what it feels like to struggle again. And in doing that, I would gain ambition. Just for the longest time, like my career was like my primary ambition, and now it's not. And I've talked about this before.
So I just don't know where to go from here, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess my my next ambition beyond that is like getting really physically fit. I suppose. And like after that it'd be like kind of, I guess, just keep streaming and meeting new people. I don't know. And I think for a lot of people, right, they spend their entire lives chasing a career. So I don't know. It's just, it puts me in an odd position to basically have solved that part of my life like relatively early. What will I do? What will I do? Any other recent developments? You're gonna be collecting them careers. I mean, everyone always says that you should, you know, just your job is your job. And for 99% of people, that's the case. You know, you don't necessarily like your job, but your job is your job, and you try to find your fulfillment outside of work. Surprisingly, a few of the most of the people I've talked to at my workplace have told me they genuinely like their job. So I don't, maybe that's an over exaggeration. Like, I think people undervalue like the aspects of their job that they genuinely like enjoy. For that, I mean, I guess that's also true for me. Like, you know, I think. I think like having a job that you straight up don't like at all is a recipe for disaster. But I also think like how much like what role your job plays in like your life fulfillment varies from person to person, like how important that is to you. I guess for me, I don't know. I think, and this is gonna sound really cliche, my ideal job would be helping people in some way that I can see the results of my efforts like every single day. Like, unfortunately, those jobs don't tend to pay very well, sadly. The jobs where you help people every day. Really sadly. I mean, I guess like there's doctor, but that's out of the question. Like, I'm not gonna go to school to be a doctor. It'd take way too long. Being conscious of our blessings is very good. All good habits take time to build. Hey, I don't know how to describe it. So a lot of people, like a common talking point, like, and I don't want to get political, right? But a common conservative talking point is that people take for granted what they're given, and they'll only not take for granted what they earn. For me, it's the exact opposite. Like I cherish something that someone has given me a lot more than anything I ever like make myself. Like, even though like, you know, obviously like one thing I was given, one thing I had to work for, it's really more so like the intangible like thought that goes into giving someone something that that means a lot to me. That will ascend from side hustle to philanthropy one day. I don't know about that. I think I talked before that like I wanted to get a house, but I ended up retracting that thought. I think I'm gonna be renting for a long time. After like really considering all the effort that it takes to maintain a house, like it does not sound appealing to me. Um, and I'm also not like, you know, unlike all my friends and family, I'm not like super in love with the idea of having a house. Like, a lot of people like they map out their American dream, right? And one of them is getting a house. And it's like, why is that? I think in general, too many people like are living their lives by like a mainstream blueprint rather than like taking a step outside and really questioning the things they agree with and the things that align with their values. People like their cliche sayings. In the end, the way people value things varies per person. Ugh. Thank God I don't have work on Friday. Oh, please let my car be fixed tomorrow. God, I really, really don't want to buy a new car, guys. But the problem is my car is really old. So like my car is like worth like, if I'm lucky, maybe like $4,000 if I'm lucky. So like if the repair, it's at a point where like the repair itself could definitely, like, it's possible that it might cost more than the car, right? Like if the repair costs more than $1,000, I'm gonna have to seriously consider, from a value proposition, just getting another car. My biggest dream is to own an agave farm and ranch one day, that the proceeds would go to sponsoring children in Mexico to continue their education. That'd be so cool. I can definitely understand the appeal. I wish I could like I wish I could like have like, I don't know what job this would entail, but like, you know, I think for me, like farm life, what's really appealing to me is like the slow pace of it, and like you're not in any rush to do anything, I guess. But then then you have to like do a bunch of manual labor and be outside, which does not sound appealing to me. The blueprint used to make a lot more sense before the money supply was inflated and ruined how quickly the blueprint could be followed by most people. I do agree with you in that. I mean, I asked this to ChatGPT the other day, like, and actually, apparently, like, you know, in terms of like most goods and services, like people like the purchasing power of like, you know, our how do I say this, like people enjoy a higher standard of living, and like, and obviously people in present will almost always enjoy a higher standard of living than the past because of technology, like, you know, technology developments. So like that's kind of like underappreciated, but you know, actually really the only like things that like didn't follow inflation well are like housing and education. And like those are really important things, obviously, but like everything else, according to like ChatGPT, we're actually like our purchasing power actually like went up a little bit. It's just like for those two big expenses that like everyone always thinks about, that they didn't. In many ways, the blueprint was more of a nearest term goal for adult life, but many years left where you had to find new ways to fill your time after achieving those goals. In other news, I've been trying to eat more vegetables and fruits. I have like this like I said, so like I'm kind of on the rotating schedule. Like my vegetables are broccoli, baby spinach, and baby carrots. My fruits are apples, oranges, cranberries, and bananas. I'm eating a lot more fruit and vegetables than I used to. That's for sure. I think that's a good thing. I mean, I think I'm deep enough now. I can ask myself, am I happier than I was 3 weeks ago? Probably. If nothing else, because like I'm doing something productive. I often put mixed vegetables in with the ground meat to make a kind of stew. Maybe I'll start doing that. Well, I used to do that with my baby spinach, but it would like make the texture, like the spinach becomes like slimy. So I stopped doing that with the baby spinach. Maybe with the carrots. Maybe I would do that with the carrots and the broccoli. I'll try that, yeah, with the carrots and the broccoli. I will forever hate broccoli for the texture, yet would gladly eat cauliflower. I've been, like, I agree with you, Yaz. I've been actually, like, cutting off the top of the broccoli, because, like, that part, like, feels so weird. Taste is, like, fine. It's just, like, that really, that like, the fibrous part is, like, really strange. But I just chop off the florets, is what they're called. According to ChatGPT, you don't actually lose that much the nutritional value by cutting it off. How have we not thought about this, guys? Did anyone want to like invest in my business idea? We're gonna sell broccoli that we cut the top off of, and that's pretty much it. Like imagine like a company that deheads shrimp, but we dehead broccoli. I think there's a market. Cuts the best part of the mini trees. Blasphemy. Has it been 20 minutes? I think it's been 20 minutes. A lot of people dislike the top unless it's very well seasoned or buttered. Guys, I have to be up at 9. I have to be up in 6.5 hours from now. Like, I'm already not going to be able to get 7 hours of sleep. I did take a nap after work, though, so maybe I don't necessarily need it. Onion taste buds better, though. I had a best friend whose buds just did not agree with chocolate. Rest well. Just saying, if I opened an In-N-Out franchise in the UK, I'd make millions, especially after seeing the Europeans enjoying In-N-Out. I need to try In-N-Out. I've never had it in my life. I had Five Guys, but like every time you hear about In-N-Out, like it's like crazy. Like is it overrated? It's got to be overrated with how much people talk about it. Like it's got to be overrated. There's no way. I wonder if there's one in New York. I know there's Shake Shack in New York. Overrated in your opinion, but they're good. Noted. We might have to end the streamer, guys. Streamer might have to be ended. I mean, I knew this was going to be a short stream because I started really late. I love seeing them try our restaurants because of the FIFA World Cup. Wait, where is that being hosted right now? FIFA World Cup? Question mark? FIFA World Cup. Is that in America or something right now? Mexico, Canada, US. Whoa, North America, let's go. Small mom and pop shops? Are there small mom and pop shops that make a good burger? Oh man. I miss the freedom of being unemployed. What I mean by that is like I dread every Monday. I mean, everyone dreads Mondays, but like I hate that I have that feeling again. That like, oh, I have something that I need to wake up and do stuff on Monday. And like just like the lesser of two evils. Like I know structure in my life keeps me from being depressed. But like it's also like I don't know, it's just a constant grind, right? It's like I'll give you an example. If I don't wash the dishes today, then tomorrow's felt is gonna have to do overtime work, and so on and so forth. Like, if today I don't do my work, or I don't go to sleep in time, or I do this or that, then future felt is gonna have a rougher time, and that's probably gonna snowball. That's to say, I'm coming to terms with like that taking care of yourself, loving yourself takes effort, and it's a lot of work. Like, you know, waking up every day and going to work, for example, is like an act of self-love, right? At least in my eyes. Maybe that's like being a bit dramatic, but it's like I guess when I first heard the term like love yourself, I thought it'd be like you know, like cherries and roses, I guess. Is that the word? Is that the phrase? But like, no, it's like love yourself is more like take care of yourself. It should be framed in that way. Love yourself is more like take care of yourself. And it's like taking care of anything is not easy. It's right downtown for me, but you never quite got into soccer. Wait, what? That's crazy. I found a new local burger joint open recently and might try it someday. Ooh. Good night, Yaz. Thanks for hanging out. I hope I can see you again. I do hope to do more like yapping ASMR streams on the rare occasions I'm in the mood for it. There's a market. People like hearing felt talk softly into a microphone. I'm not even talking like as softly as I can, but like, okay, here, we'll do like the super soft voice. Like, problem is, if I talked like this the entire stream, I would be talking like really slow. Like, it would be basically impossible for me to read the chat if I was talking like this the entire stream. Like, it's just not it's just not gonna happen. Like, this is like the best you guys can get, which is basically me just like talking in the quieter voice. I don't necessarily equate talking quietly to talking softly. Like, okay, we'll try it. For some reason I close my eyes when I do that voice. It's like the image of the built guy next to a fat version of himself. He can either struggle to stay in shape or struggle because he's out of shape. That's a great analogy. I don't know. What does talking softly even mean anymore? It's lost its meaning to me. Well, I had one of my friends, one of my mutes, she actually told me that occasionally she will watch these ASMR streams, and one time like apparently I was like in a really good tone, and I think like I did like some joke or something, and I like burst out laughing, and she's like, oh no, like basically like I feel like I need to be more considerate of like, well, people, how do I get this? It's like when you're eating dinner, right? Imagine you're eating dinner and someone talks about like bugs, like it's gonna ruin your appetite, right? It's like the same thing with like ASMR, and suddenly like changing your volume or your cadence or your tone. Like, if while you're doing ASMR you suddenly like break the consistency of the ASMR, it's like really disturbing, I guess, for the people that are listening for the ASMR. Like, above all else, one of the most important tenets in my mind of ASMR is being consistent with your volume and your tone, such that like people can like, I don't know, reliably be able to expect it, I guess. Hi, Flower. Oh, I'm so sorry, Flower. I'm gonna end soon. Ear break moments don't get me since I'm usually listening to like 10% volume. Yeah, no, it was just that she basically told me like I said, that I had a really good tone going on, but like I ruined it, and it really upset her. And I think that's the case for a lot of people that like ASMR enjoyers. Okay, I need to end stream, guys. It's almost 2:40. I need to end stream. Yeah, the atmosphere. You need to keep the atmosphere. Okay, we're gonna look for someone to raid. We're gonna look for someone to raid. We need to find someone to raid. Who's live? Oh, let's raid someone new today. Oh, that's the other thing though. If I'm being considerate of my viewers, I should raid into another ASMR streamer. But like that would be a bit hard to, like I've talked about this before. Like when I go and look at all the ASMR streamers, at least the VTuber ones, a lot of them are just like doing like lewd stuff. I don't want to raid into like a lewd streamer. But like I should probably just do that. Let me see if I can find something good. Like you don't want to be doing an ASMR stream and then raid into a normal volume stream. I think that's inconsiderate in my opinion, for the same reasons I just got done talking about. So let's look up ASMR. Let's see. Let's search VTuber tag. What can you do? Oh, there's me. Wait, wow. Is this really listed from low to high? There's surprisingly less VTubing ASMR artists than I thought. Leap call. So sorry. Sleep call. Oh my god. Belt sleep call ASMR? Who's showing up? They're really listening to hear your warning about who you're rating? Well, I would like to think that some people fall asleep to my stream. And like, if they do, then the sudden volume would just, that would just wake them up. The sudden volume increase would just like wake them up, right? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Picking up that 20% volume because I felt some more. Oh jeez. Okay, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't. There's a lot of ear licking. I know you guys are into that. There's a lot of ear licking. There's a lot of big booba. Dear God. Who told me what? Okay, to be fair, it's not all. This person's been streaming for 40 hours? Is this pre-recorded? There's no way she's been doing 40 hours of ASMR. I refuse to believe it. That can't be real. You're not into ear licking. Yeah, if you like go in the ASMR category and you look up the VTuber tag, there's actually not that many channels. Like, I'm on the first, there's only one page worth of like channels. Really like surprising, actually. Some people stream nap stream, really. I guess that's true, but like that's just crazy to me that like you keep the same like session open. Oh god, you guys are getting extra felt because I can't find somewhere. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just have to raid a regular VTuber. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh god. Oh no, I'm sorry, gal. Oh wait, no. I forgot to turn that off. Oh god. Oh wait, can I refund you? I think it's cooked. Oh no, I'm so sorry, gal. I forgot to disable that one. No. No, I forgot to turn that one off and I can't give you your money back. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot to disable that one. You have 30k. Ah, you're chilling. 2k? What's 2k to a baller like you? Sorry, I usually turn them all off for the ASMR streams, but I forgot to do it for that one. I'm sorry. No, we're gonna raid someone. I try to raid someone every stream. If nothing else, to meet someone new. Okay, another thing I didn't want to talk about VTuber drama. I'm not gonna go into the specifics of it. If you know, you know. Right now, something that's trending, it's basically like a smear campaign against this one VTuber. And like, in my opinion, what they're like the narrative they're trying to push is like obviously not true. Or like it's really out there, but like it's actually scary. It's insanely scary how easy it is for the narrative to shift when the tide is against you. I think I've talked about this before. Like, what's truth is not what's true. What's truth is what is accepted by the most people, right? And like that's what's so scary about like social media. Like for example, if you get canceled or whatever, like stuff like that, like what is being said about you could be completely false. But if enough people piggyback onto it, it becomes like a snowball effect. And it's like you lost all your credibility just because people suggest it. Me, when I say I'm going to sleep, but I probably have ADHD, so I bring up another topic that I want to talk about when I should sleep max, like an energy mog the competition. Reminds me of the JP Morgan lady getting accused of harassment, and now maybe the tide is turning. Sadly, the case for a lot of people is like, is it trendy to be their fan or is it trendy to hate them? Like nothing to do with their actual character. I need to click on more streams. What am I doing? I'm sick. If anyone fell asleep to this stream, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. What am I even looking for, dude? You saw a cool train? Wait, just now? When? Prove it. Oh my god. Oh my god, fat tail. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. Oh no. This VTuber literally has lewd as one of their tags. Damn it. I saw this big bushy tail and my eyes lit up. I was like, oh my god. No, I can't. She's a lewd tuber. I can't. I like big tails and I cannot lie. Right now, but I was listening to vtuber, so I enjoyed it without pictures. Yeah, you have your priorities straight. Maybe she's not so bad. You know, people without lewd who say some wild things. No, that's fair. I advertise myself as 16 plus, so I don't want to raid into someone that's obviously 18 plus. That would just be silly, right? This person's been live for 9 hours and they're AFK. There's a lot of Japanese people on. I guess that shouldn't be surprising given what time it is. Russian, a lot of Russians. A lot of Australians. Oh wait, this model looks kind of, oh, this model looks cute, but they're Russian. Damn it. I wish I spoke actually no, I don't. I don't know if I could choose another language to speak. I'm not sure if I would choose Russian. I'd have to think about that. This person English? Do they talk? I also don't want to raid someone that doesn't talk. Like, not that I have anything against mute streamers, but okay, maybe this person. I know a Chuba who's part Polynesian, Scottish, Filipino, and Mexican. Is she multilingual? Oh my god, this wait. He knows English and Japanese fairly well. What am I doing, dude? It's almost 3 o'clock. What am I doing? I need to just... Oh my god. I'm thinking... I always overthink these kinds of things. It's not that deep, Fel. Just pick someone. What am I doing? It's not that deep. Oh, this person's been live for 12 hours? Oh my god. We're gonna raid this person. Because they have a cute model. And that's all I care about, really. Oh wait, no, I can't. Fuck. They're 18 plus. Rip. I don't think they're a lewd tuber, but they specifically said 18 plus, so I don't want to like. Yeah. Oh, dude. Finding people that aren't 18 plus is hard. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, I only advertise myself as a 16 plus because I'm really like, I have the not safe for work rule. But like, it's no surprise that the vast majority of streamers are 18 plus, or like they only want 18 plus in their community, right? Or like they don't even like want to risk oh, I don't really like, I'm confident that like I'm like family friendly enough that it would never matter if like there was like people that weren't 18 in my community. I think I might swear every now and then, but other than that, pretty family friendly, you know. At least more so, like I don't find like enjoyment out of making like crude jokes. Maybe at one point I did, but nowadays I don't. And it's not because like, if I was being arrogant, I would say it's because I matured. But no, it's just because I don't find them funny anymore. What? This person has submissive as one of their tags. What? Is that the meta? Should I? Funny, most tubers were under 18 back when VTubing took off. This is true. Oh god. Guys, if I wasn't a fox, what would I have been? Question mark. Like, if you could envision me as another animal, what would it have been? You tell. You tell. Maybe I'll reincarnate. A dreamtime dragon? Really? I think dragon would be too like, I don't think I'm like, I feel like a dragon is like no pun intended, like larger than life. I feel like I don't have the character that should be like representative of what a dragon is. I'd be a very underwhelming dragon, I should say. Ooh, Apex stream. Oh, the stream has black bars. Oh no. Oh, you know, a dragon who is very much not that, but has other good qualities. That's true. Oh, co-working stream. I mean, co-working stream would be kind of analogous to what I'm doing. Sort of, kind of. I do love art streams. Not because I know anything about art, but because I just like, they're so comfy. Wolf Shadow Night? It was too spicy. His tummy hurt. Oh. What are we talking about? Wolf Shadow Knight? Question mark. I don't think I have the masculinity to play a Wolf Shadow Knight. I don't think I do a good job. I don't think I have like the like the subtleness to. I mean, I could pretend. I could definitely like pull it off, but like naturally, I think I'd make a terrible Wolf Shadow Knight. Just that many VTuber concepts are these powerful individuals, but the person behind them is soft and sweet. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah. Oh, I want to raid someone and hopefully make a new friend. Thank you for the follow, TLC Vomit. Oh my god. I should have ended stream 30 minutes ago. I got people following me. I've been like sitting here like, oh, I'm getting distracted. I was supposed to raid someone. Yeah. I appreciate the follow though. Hello, Tia Vomit? Should I just call you Vomit? It's not a very pleasant sounding name. No offense. The noun itself is pretty not pleasant, no. Frick. Okay, I think we found Kino. I found Kino. I found Kino. Kino got found. There, it's a loud stream. Okay. I apologize to anyone that fell asleep during the stream. This is, I mean, you know, it's a regular volume stream, but I'm so sorry. Because I'm not gonna raid a mic licking big booba tuber. That I'd rather raid someone that's just playing a game if I had to choose between them. We're just gonna raid some regular channel. All right. Okay. I'm doing it. Goodbye. Bye. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. Stream is over. Big booba mic looking stream. Yeah, I'm trying not to raid like not safe for work people. I'm trying to avoid that because my stream is not. My stream is safe for work, right? Trying to find people that are also safe for work. All right. I'm sending you guys off. We're going. Bye. I'll see you guys soon. I promise. Maybe. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye. Good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Goodbye.